Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Greetings. What's going on? This is your girl Tiffany coming through here live in effect. Make sure you guys check out the channel, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and all the great stuff. Go ahead and share the video contents. Check them out. So today, I am going to be dealing with the topic about Black history, and this time we're going to be looking at the New York Renaissance. All right, the New York Renaissance was an all-black professional basketball team. Now, this is before the time of the NBA even came into the picture. All right. Now, they was out around the same time as the Harlem Globetrotters. Okay. But they were all professional black basketball team. And they didn't last very long. But on this particular day, February the 23rd of 1923 is when they was founded. All right. They were founded by a man named Robert Bob Douglas. Bob Douglas, who happened to be an African American himself, founded this team. Okay. So this was the time where they didn't let a lot of blacks play or integrate with other nationalities, other races. All right. So they had to create their own professional basketball team. So let's go ahead and let's just take a look at it. All right. So here's the information. All right. So as you can see, this is the New York Renaissance. So the New York Renaissance, also known as Renaissance Big Five and as the Wrens, was an all-black professional basketball team established February 13, 1923 by Robert Bob Douglas in agreement with the Renaissance Casino and Ballroom. The casino and ballroom at 138th Street and 7th Avenue in Harlem was an entertainment complex including a ballroom that served as the Big Five's home court. All right, following each game, a dance took place. The success of the Wrens shifted the focus of black basketball team from amateur to teams to professional teams. Initially, the Wrens played mostly in Harlem, but by the end of the 1920s, as an attendance began to dwindle, the team could be found more often playing on the road, barnstorming across the country out of necessity. The Renaissance are also the topic of the 2011 documentary On the Shoulders of the Giants. All right, so the team colors was yellow and blue. And here's the early years. So the Wrens were one of the dominant basketball teams of the 1920s and 1930s. They were originally known as Spartan Braves of Brooklyn. The team played its first game on November the 3rd, 1923. That night, the Wrens played a team of white players. Interracial games featured regularly on their schedule. Drawing the largest crowd in its first years, the team strove to beat the original Celtics, the dominant white team of the time, and claimed the title of world championship in their fifth encounter. The Wrens did so for the first time on December the 20th, 1925. During the 1932 and 1933 regular season, the Wrens compiled a record of 120-8. Six of those losses came at the hands of the Celtics, who the Wrens did beat 8 times. During that season, the Wrens won 88 consecutive games, a mark that has never been matched by a professional basketball team. In 1939, the Wrens won the first professional basketball championship when they beat the Oshkosh All-Stars, a white team, 34-25 in the World Professional Basketball Tournament in Chicago. The team compiled a 2,588 to 539 record over its history. Some of the longest serving and best known early Wrens were Clarence Fat Jenkins, Pappy Ritz, Irie Satach, Charles Tarzan Cooper, Bill Yancey, and Wee Willie Smith. In 1936, the Renaissance became the first top-level team to sign a 4-year African-American college star, David Big Dave DeJournette of Indiana Central. So eventually in 1949, they moved to Dayton. So the Wrens disbanded in 1949 after competing in the 1948 and 49 season of the racially integrated National Basketball League as the Dayton Wrens, based in Dayton, Ohio. That was also the final season for the NBL, which merged with the All-White Basketball Association of America to form the also initially all-white National Basketball Association. The team left New York and moved to Dayton, where it was renamed as Dayton Wrens. So now the memorial and historic recognition, the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame inducted the New York Renaissance collectively in 1963. 6 of the Wrens are individual players: Tarzan Cooper, Pop Gates, Nat Clifton, John Isaac, Zach Clayton, and founder and coach Bob Douglas. And on May 9th, 2017, the Historic Preservation and Transportation Committee of Community Board 10 on unanimously 600 passed a resolution formally requesting that the New York City Council and the Mayor of New York City enact legislation to support the co-naming of the northeast corner of West 137th Street and Adam Klein Powell Jr. Boulevard to New York Wrens Court. All right, so you can check out more information. Here's the reference at the bottom of the page. And you also can look under the further readings, look at the external links if you want to find out more information. Okay. All right. All right, then. So all right, so here's the website, which is called the black5s.org. And if you can look, this picture comes from an Instagram page of Black Fives. Right, you can see all the players right here. And you see the coach right here. And that's the newspaper. So here's some more photographs over here. Okay. Right, and here's the Dayton Wrens right here at the bottom. All right. And so it says, though the 1933 New York Wrens were enshrined as a team, surprisingly, only 4 Renaissance players have been enshrined individually: Zachary Clayton, John Boy Wonder Isaac, William Pop Gates, and Charles Tarzan Cooper. Gates and Cooper were both possibly the best centers in the game during their times. Isaac, a fiery competitor and floor leader, was like the glue for the team. Clayton was the center of defense. In addition, Wrens owner Robert Bob Douglas was inducted as a contributor in 1972. There are several Wrens players who deserve consideration for individual enshrinement in the Naismith Hall of Fame, including Clarence Fat Jenkins, Willie Smith, and Clarence Puggy Bell. Bell and Clayton are enshrined in the New York City and Philadelphia Basketball Hall of Fame, respectively. Another player, William Dolly King, is enshrined in the Long Island University Sports Hall of Fame. Okay. All right, there you go, right there. All right, so you guys can go on this website, black5s.org, if you want to look at more information. All right, so That's all I have for today as far as the information on Black history. And I want to thank you all for tuning in, watching. So, all right. So, thank you guys for tuning in, watching. So, with that being said, this is your girl Tiffany, and I am going to be logging off. So, I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful afternoon. Please be careful with this pandemic. And you guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, share the channel, like the channel, and all that great stuff. And until then, I'll reconnect with you all later. All right. This is your girl Tiff, and I'm out.